Aries, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 10th through the 16th. My name is Athen. So, since the last weeklies, I have updated the MTZ website to include your exact location of your moon and sun and ascendant. So, if you haven't already checked out the video that I posted last weekend, and if you haven't looked at your actual sidereal chart, then I recommend looking that up and watching the appropriate video for that. You may still be in Aries, but if not, I do recommend watching that video for whatever it is. And I do recommend your ascendant if you do know your ascendant sign. But sun and moon are good for secondary as well if you don't. But if you're new to this channel, do check the link as well, because this will be very different from tropical astrology. All right, so Aries, this week we've got a new moon taking place on Friday. And this is happening in your fifth house. So the energies here is that there's, as the week unfolds, is this dying down balsamic phase, going within and reflecting. Now, your ruler isn't in the best position. He's in Cancer. He's at the bottom of the chart. He prefers to be up at the top. And so if you're feeling a little bit of that, you're trying to push through, you're not able to achieve things, you're not able to get the energy out, expressed. It's very normal. And essentially what it is it's an opportunity here for Mars to go within. So an opportunity for you to go within to maybe put some energy into the sentimental, home, family, that part of life, the personal part of life there, the inner part of life. And acting from that, acting from feelings in a balanced way, but this is through bringing observation and awareness. This is the case whenever a planet isn't in its best position, is to bring conscious awareness to it, to be observant, so that it is being expressed in the most harmonious way. So that's the general gist, and that's going to be an ongoing theme while Mars continues to transit through that fourth house of yours. Now, in terms of this new moon, though, this new moon and a lot of these planets are actually transiting your fifth. So this is a very playful, very lighthearted part of the chart. Has to do with creative projects, has to do with self-expression, children, for those of you who have children in your life, artistic things for those of you who are artistic, things like that. So you have a new beginning here coming up on Friday, and that'll be subtle going into the following week. But you've already got Venus retrograde here this week. So leading into it and after, you should be perhaps reflecting on some of this, on your self-expression, maybe on relationships, maybe on your values and finances right now at the moment, maybe needing to redo and rework some of those things, which has been the case. Now, this position is still being squared up by Saturn. So, it is still about that hard work, but it's a lot easier than it was the past couple of weeks in regards to it, because Saturn isn't forming that exact square. But Saturn will be getting closer to that sun energy, and this new moon does square up to Saturn. So there is this disciplined approach to it and being aware of that. But at the same time, as you can see, this trine up to Uranus is about having that trust, that faith, which has been Uranus in your 12th house. And through that, naturally, you'll find that freedom, and you'll find that there's more easier way for you to express yourself, because there's a lot of activity here and there's new beginnings, like I said, involving that. So Venus is also close by. So this is all going to be the sort of, new beginnings relating to the values, resources, that Saturnian approach, discipline, and also freedom by going with the flow in your life. So that's going to be the emphasis. But coming into this week, right at the beginning of the week, Monday through Wednesday, we've got your ruler sextiling up to the North Node. So you should be learning about some things perhaps this early part, all the way through Wednesday, because the North Node is about learning, it's about growth. And transiting your sixth house, this is about maybe your routine, maybe your self-improvement, being of service. These kinds of energies, which is the case for you this whole year leading up until, I think, the beginning of November. So maybe some things involving that, and I do recommend it, and that will be an easy way for your Mars energy to also express itself, will be towards things like work, routine, health, those types of matters. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, the sun will be in its exact trine position up to Uranus before that new moon on Friday. So here, enjoying a new way of expressing yourself by, again, having that faith, maybe doing these spiritual things if you're involved with anything on that level, such as meditation or what have you. But really just, loosening up the reins and the control of things will be providing in this newfound sense of excitement about you expressing yourself. Because with all this energy in your fifth house, this is a time where, although it might be serious to an extent, it is here for you to expand on this level, to continue to express yourself, to maybe broaden your horizons with, your passions, your enjoyments of life, things like this. thinking about it, making it practical as well with Mercury there. So anyways, freeing up that energy, enjoying some new ways of looking at things, maybe being aware of some new insights can certainly come to you around that 5th house, which can certainly assist you towards these new beginnings, which will be on Friday. And then also at that time, Mercury will be opposing up to Neptune. So now Mercury is the first of the fast-moving planets to oppose up to this position. This will be an ongoing theme now for the next few months with the fast movers and then your ruler. And so the important thing here with this is if you're feeling this middle part of the week like very idealistic, just stay grounded. If you feel any type of confusion or haze around anything, bring attention to these parts of your chart. And essentially what I mean by that is bring attention to how you can have more of that passion, fun, zest, and act from that part of things, while at the same time realizing that everything that is about your ideals, your visions, you know, the community stuff, group stuff, friendship stuff, whatever this 11th house stuff is, allow that to be, allow that to, you know, just have that trust and faith with that Aquarius energy with your 11th. Then naturally through that, you'll find that there's a balancing point, that what's good for, you know, what you're very passionate about is actually what is an ideal and what can give and contribute to others, and vice versa. So something to consider there. But if you are feeling that, again, that kind of hazy energy, which can be the case for all of us, what I really recommend for this is maybe doing something where it's about giving, contributing, that selfless kind of energy, which has been Neptune in your 11th house, where you're providing, you know, and you're other oriented, and it's all about your ideals and visions. So acting on them, not just fantasizing about them, etc. Stay grounded with it. So that's the middle part. Then, like I said, the new moon on Friday, some new beginnings there now for the next 30 days involving anything about this 5th house for you. Maybe romance is another thing I didn't mention. So some things to consider with that, reflecting on it, and then as the next week unfolds, more of that energy will come in. Saturday and Sunday, the sun will be conjoining up to Venus retrograde, going exact there. So they're actually enemies in the Vedic system. And so essentially what that means is they're very different energies. And Venus in retrograde means she's in front of the sun. So expressing and relating, you know, and seeing things your way, well, expressing things your way is what I mean to say. But then at the same time, realizing that there is a relation to it. There's, you know, seeing that there's two people involved if it is something that's involved with that, being other oriented. Seeing the things that you enjoy as well without going to any extremes with it. So enjoying yourself. But remember, all of the things relating to finances, the enjoyments of life, even relationships, are in a reflective time for you. So it's important that you reflect, you take whatever that internal energy is, think about it and implement it, but in a learning way so that you're open to change there. Then also Saturday and Sunday, Mercury does trine up to Pluto. So maybe there is some powerful insights coming in on how you can have more of this passion, creativity, playfulness, whatever it is for you. I think you'll be willing to see the truth to help you further grow and expand with this new moon in your 5th house. All right, Aries, so I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Thank you again for all of your support. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you'd like a personal reading, click the link down below. All right, talk to you guys next time. Take care.